Alright guys, today I'm going to talk to you about distilled water and non-distilled water. So essentially what's the difference? Well, this is normal tap water that has been distilled. So I'm a distiller at home, and for 5 liters of tap water, you get about a tablespoon of this metallic runoff. Now, if you can even see it, it's got like a ton of sediment, it's heavier, and it's really just gross. Now, not saying your tap water looks like this, because mine doesn't, it didn't either. It looks like normal water, but if you hold it up into a light, you'll see all kinds of sediment and gross things floating around in it. Well, I guess I'll start by telling you what's the difference between distilled water and your normal tap water. Well, your normal tap water goes to a plant, I'm sure. It gets, added things like chlorine and other chemicals to kill off bacteria, and then it is ran through the pipes to your house. Now, this runoff could be anything from chlorine, fluoride, to rust in the pipes. I'm gonna get it tested eventually, who knows? I just know that I don't want this in my body. If you can even see this, you'll notice besides scratches in this little glass here, there's absolutely nothing. If you go check your tap water, you'll see little things floating around, and it's not that nice if you think about it, but at the end of the day, you gotta drink water, so drinking water is better than not. But if you can have the best, right? Some of you might be saying, Joel, that's not my water, I don't drink that. Well, technically you do. Like I said, this is in this, so it's at such a small level, per 5 liters per tablespoon, so it's all of the sediment, the runoff. If you hold up a normal glass of your water, just up in the light, you'll see all kinds of things floating around in it. And at the same time, this isn't that heavy in the water, no, but when you boil it down and condense what's left, this is what you get. And some people might say, Joel, that's fluoride, it's good for you. Well, yeah, fluoride's good for you, the naturally occurring kind, not the kind of toxic runoff that's handled by hazardous waste people in their hazardous toxic sign bins and poured into your water. That you don't want, and that might be some of this, it might be chlorine, it might be rust from the pipes. Whatever it is, it doesn't look good for me. And I would rather put in my own things to water, like squeezed lemon, lime, cucumber, Himalayan sea salt, things like that, than rather have someone do it for me with something I don't really trust. Now, people will argue that fluoride's good for your teeth. I get some documentaries down below that say otherwise, but even if it were, what's it doing to the rest of your body? You don't really know. So I'll let you guys dig into that, but personally for me, it's not what I want in my body. And if you're into meditation and things like that, your pineal gland is very susceptible to fluoride. It just absorbs it, it calcifies your pineal gland. But things like distilled water can really help decalcify that by adding like chaga water. If you ever heard of like chaga mushroom, the chaga has really high contents of melanin, which is like superfood for your pineal gland. But also things like turmeric on your meals can really protect against the fluoride. Now, I'm not getting into the fluoride debate with people because some will say it's good, yeah, sure. Now some of you might be saying, Joel, where can I get distilled water? Well, I personally, if I'm out on the road, like IDJ and things like that, if I'm out playing shows, I'll ask for smart water. I'm pretty sure it's distilled water. If not, it's really close. It's so good. And you can taste the difference, which is really cool. But if I'm at home, if I don't use my home distiller, there's a local distillery in town that I go to. You might have one in your own town, so just do some research, just find out. See if there's someone in town that's distilling, or if you want, you can buy your own. Link in the description and one below that I have. It's done me really well. And yeah, this, like I said, this has been about 6 months of distilling water every second night. But Joel, distilled water, it has nothing left in it. Yeah, it doesn't, because you removed everything. So we empower our water, we put things back into it that are organic, not minerals and sediment that gather through the pipes along the water's travels around the world. If you want naturally occurring fluoride, naturally occurring minerals and things like that, use plants. Crush a lemon into your water. Add Himalayan sea salts. Things like that. That'll really give life back to your water when you distill it, because literally you're removing everything from your water when you distill it. You're boiling it down until it turns into a mist, leaving all physical remains behind. And like I said, you can see this brown stuff just hanging there in the water. Who knows what that is? I just know I don't want it in my body. And I want to inform you guys, because a lot of people might not know the difference, and I didn't. You really got to go out there and search for your own answers on what's good for you. And right now, at this point in my life, I wanted clean water, and so I can only recommend it to everyone else. So yeah, thanks for checking me out. If you have any questions, just write below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Just on a side note, I am no scientist. These are just my own independent studies that I'm sharing with you guys, just getting the information out there so you can make your own educated decision. I've drank tap water my entire life. It's only in the past 2 years that I've started drinking distilled water. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just if you'd like to purify your water more, there's an option and a way to do that, and I wanted to share that with you. So, it's also good for your coffee machines, and if you're making wine, it removes everything so that you can further enhance the flavor of those things. So yeah, just research wisely, and thanks for watching.